So here you can see the new watering can. This is a Biggs die. This is a steel wool die. And you can see how we've designed this die to really be, you know, in scale with these little flowers. You can see the little roses. You can add them on wire. This also comes with little leaves, so you can add the leaves. Check this one out. This is beautiful. This is one of the new Ideology trophy cups. And Rochelle made this using this, but die cutting it out of vellum. So we've just done the flowers out of vellum. That little gloss on it is just a little bit of clear embossing powder. So you can add that on wire. But it's really cool to have a die that makes these tiny little realistic flowers that could be vellum, they could be cardstock, so they look like little dried roses. But I love the fact that I could now make flowers out of dictionary paper, old music, right?
Yes.
Totally, like, yeah, any surface that you want. I even think, you know, Rochelle was getting fancy on us with the deco sheets, I'm telling you. So she was making sparkly roses. Yeah, she was just going crazy. So it is fun that you can take really any surface. So, you know, think about if you're making any type of projects and you have pattern paper, now you can make embellishments that are going to coordinate with it. So,
Tim, when is that coming
that.
out? Our viewers want to know when that's coming out.
This particular die, so this is shipping March. Yeah, we're shipping product every single month. So like on the other side, when you see all the new releases, the first section is January, February, March, April. That's what happens when you don't have a CHA in the middle of the year. The ideas just build and build, and then when you have a show, boom. Yeah, here are all the ideas. So, which is good, because I think from an education aspect, it does give us time to really talk and share about some of the new ones. I'll show you from the January release. You know, I have this thing for coffee. Maybe you know that, maybe you don't, but I don't know, I have this love for coffee. And we did, obviously, a coffee set called Fresh Brewed, which does some really cool coffee cup, right? So it's got that whole to-go cup thing where you can do hot or cold. That's really cool. But I like to share this next one, which is tea time. It's super cool. So this die does some cups and saucers, but I'll show you a little clever thing it does. Here I'm going to take this, I'll cut this one just out of grunge board, just so you guys can see. I'll take a piece of grunge board. This could also be done out of cork, pattern paper, doesn't matter, just so you get the concept. Because this is a Biggs die, it's steel rule, it's going to allow me to cut thicker materials, which I love. So grunge board is my friend, but chipboard will also work. And I'm going to run this through, but here's what this die does. This die is going to cut out a saucer, it's going to cut out 2 cups, and it's going to cut out a little tag that goes on the outside, pretending that there is a tea bag in there. This is not that. This is the little tab. But here's what's really fun about this. The little saucer, that has crease rule. The cups, this actually has a cut in it. So it's going to allow you to stack and nest your cups. So you can make your cups as wonky as you want. You can stack as many as you want. If you had another one, you can stack them up. You can cover those, isn't that fun? You can cover those with glossy accents or embossing powder to make them enamel, and then you would tuck in the little string, hang it over the cup, use your tiny attacher, and staple that on. It's a great little one. It's so much fun. Yeah, it's really cool. Oh, what is the feather? Well, yeah, so that's new. So that paper is new. That's from core-dinations. I did 2 new collections with core-dinations. One is called Classic, and Classic are all brights, but they're a craft core. So when I go and use this, let's say for example we went into, you know, something bright like a bright teal or turquoise. Even if you don't sand a lot, you just scuff it, right? When I go and ink this paper, the nostalgic palette that we did was very vintage inspired. This has been printed multiple times to have intense color over the top. So now the contrast is going to look like paint. So that's what's cool about Classic. In addition to that, so I did this in 12 by 12, 6 by 6, and I've also introduced card packs. So what we have in the new collection is called Metallic. Surprise, metallics are hot, wow. But metallic craft is different, right? So this, again, is still a craft core, but it's got metallic. So we've got copper, silver, and gold. And unlike regular foiled cardstocks, this is pliable. So just if I take this gold and watch just from me wrinkling it because it's just paper, it will actually go through the ink and give us just a very cool texture of ink. So even if you're like crumpling it up, because remember, this is not a laminated paper, this is a printed paper. So if I want to tear it, I can tear it. If I want to cut it, I can cut it. If I want to use a paper punch, so if I want to use one of the new Sizzix punches and I want to punch through this, I can punch through this.
Oh my gosh.
It's really, really cool. So if I'm doing any type of embossing or sanding, let me reach right down here and grab these. Take a look at these. I know, it's insane.
It's metal. Oh, love those.
That looks great.
Oh my gosh.
It's paper. Yeah, that's the thing. So when you see it, you're like, whoa, wait a minute.
So what woman doesn't like gold?
It's paper. You can sand it, you can ink it like we've done here.
Oh my gosh.
So sanding that and adding some ink on it, you can get that vintage feel.
It'll take distressing.
It will take distress
What
ink.
about alcohol?
It will take alcohol ink as well. It will take anything you want. Because the beauty of this, like on the card, craft. So if you're using it, yeah, that's what's really cool about it. Is I love the fact that, you know, I've seen a lot of metallic cards, like we've seen foiled, but I wanted a printed metallic. That's what I really wanted. I wanted something that if I wanted to play with it and wrinkle it and distress it, I'm going to get a really unique foiled background that you can't get with kind of a mylar type of paper, you know, because it's got that film on it, so it doesn't let you rip it, it doesn't really let you punch through it easy. You always have to cut it, but yeah, very flexible. And even if you die cut it, it's that simple. Or like this is the other new duo. So this one is same thing. This is the feather duo. So this has a steel rule die with a coordinating embossing folder, a texture fade.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty great. It is.
Everybody's saying on here they're going to be homeless.
Listen, we love new surfaces, but I want surfaces that will have just, you know, kind of great application. That to me is, I think, the most important thing of innovation is to have things that we can use with things we already have. You know, you may want to use your alcohol ink, or you may want to use your embossing folders, or any of that stuff, and depending on your style, you may love the glitz and glam of metallic. Kind of leave it as is, you know. PL would just be like, I want to leave it shiny. The shinier the better, you know, glittery the better. For me, I'm like, I don't mind that, but I'm going to add just a little bit of distress over it to kind of tone that down. It's really good, yeah. It's all occasions, yeah. It's a good pair of jeans. It's a good way to describe that. It is, yeah. Absolutely.